We're back.
Right, so welcome back, Anthir and Yoshie. We needed to have a couple rolls off you. If I remember correctly, we need to have you pass at least one of these. If you fail both, then your little act did not save Imbala and Shala.
Oh no!
Yes.
Use your inspiration wisely.
Well,
yes.
Can we use any sort of inspiration?
You can choose to use inspiration after you've made the roll, right?
Yes.
You can, yes.
Okay.
It'll give you advantage.
It's not bardic inspiration, it's just full-on inspiration.
First, yeah, I know. First, Yoshie. So, performance, that was it. So, Yoshie, all 12.
21, so it's a crit, so that counts as 2.
No.
Okay, and the other one?
That's Yoshie.
Yeah.
That's Yoshie. I didn't have it. Why was that?
It was at advantage. I remember everyone saying everyone rolls at advantage because of the actual blood being drawn and there actually being a real fight.
He did say that.
Acting.
So if I use inspiration with that, do I get advantage?
You would be able to re-roll as a straight roll afterwards if you failed on both of those.
And Anthir got That's okay. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. All right. Cool.
So you run away from this fight, feeling quite satisfied from the expressions on the crowd around you, that they no longer thought that this was just like a tavern brawl or something. Something definitely serious has happened here. And actually, Yoshie, can you make a perception check, please?
Alrighty, sure. Yoshie, perception. My perception's okay.
Okay, so you notice there's an old beggar sitting across the way, sort of near this tent here, and you see his fingers flash for a second, and in Thieves Can't, you make out, tell the boss they're leaving, and you see several children from across this way, running off in different directions.
I flash back in Thieves' Cant.
Why would?
Okay.
Who's leaving?
Shit. Okay, so let me see if he sees this. He doesn't notice it.
Oh.
Quite luckily for you, actually.
Yeah, I was a bit like, what hell?
Yeah, I was wondering why you're trying to talk to the thief that's communicating to the guy that needs to know that we're leaving.
That's a bit.
Okay.
I think like Nard nudges him. Come on, we're going. Not waiting around.
All right, I just follow.
Okay, so you just follow. So you've all got to you see where your characters are.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're very small, but yes.
Yes, they are very small.
It makes sense considering the size of the map.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what we can do... well, where are you going first?
We got to get to a safe haven, so maybe where... I
thought we were going to see... Kumway or whatever his name was.
Yeah, Umway.
Umway, not... Like, Umway's the ex with the rider.
Oh, yeah, not Umway.
Wakanga.
Wakanga, that's it.
Okay, Wakanga's villa is up here. Yeah, you say like northeast. Yeah.
We're going to Wakanga's villa.
Okay. Alright, so you can move yourselves 1 mile and then I need to do a check.
Alright, so it's 1 square, 1 mile.
Well, no, if you use your ruler, you can go to a point, press right click and go to another point and you can...
Okay. But 1 mile and feet.
You're going the wrong way.
Are you all moving as a group?
Yeah.
Okay, one person do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is in blue? Try that.
And which one's Wakanga's villa?
What are you doing?
Wakanga's villa's up here. But you remember having to go to...
Fell out number 5.
Okay.
Where are you going? Nipa's just spinning around in circles at the moment.
Spin me right round, baby, right round.
Okay, do you want to sort of head up to... If you scroll all the way out, okay, you'll remember that you've got these bridges here. Wikunga's is on one of the bluffs, so you need to go all the way past the harbour ward, up these stairs, and across these bridges. So you can get to about here. Let's say you get to about there.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Right, everyone... Oh, Jesus Christ. No one needs to make a check. Okay, there is a group... No, there's one person looking very, very shady. Sort of like, you're looking around yourselves to seeing if you're followed and everything like that. And Nipa, you see a guy looking directly at you. And he looks... And he tries on this scarf or something like that. Like he's trying to pretend that he's shopping or something.
I continue staring at him.
I look at him, look at Yoshie, go, I think that's your job. And if he
It's about 100 feet behind you at the moment.
20 feet behind
100
us.
100 feet.
Okay, cool, that's cool.
Okay, so
What do you mean it's my job?
He looks shady. I don't know what's up with him.
What, do you want me to speak to him in Thieves' Cant or something?
What's that?
It's a language me and my people know.
Interesting.
Can't you just make like a smoke cloud so we can get lost in it and get out of his view?
Yes, good point.
Well, I mean, if you want to try and
try
and shake him by sort of slipping into the crowd or something like that.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's just.
I think what I do is I do that and I just use minor illusion just to help blend in a bit more.
Yoshie will use a stealth check, so Yoshie and Anthir. Or should we just do for one?
A group. Okay. Is it group stealth or just individual stealth?
It's going to be a group stealth. With
right,
your, let's say you here. Okay, so move your characters. Oh, shall I move your characters? No, you move your characters up to here. Okay. You come around the corner here, and you make a minor illusion looking like you walking that way, and you lot sort of leg it down this road a little bit.
Yeah.
I have no idea where you're clicking.
Okay.
By 17.
There. Yeah? Can you
there.
see it?
Yep.
So like there.
Yeah, there. Okay. So when you discovered him, you were there. Alright. Nipa's made his illusion looking like you're going this way, and you legging it down that way. So we need a group stealth now. So yeah, Yoshie, you're done.
I rolled.
You definitely pass. That wasn't even a crit, and you got 29. What is your?
Yep. Plus 10.
30 is your max. Wow.
Wait, I dragged Yoshie over here, but where's Anthir? Anthir's just lost. Because they're so tiny, it's impossible to see both of them.
By the way, as well, because of Nipa's illusion.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Alright,
everyone makes
roll one for Anthir.
So, I'll let Anthir do his first.
So, Anthir, let me just switch my text to Anthir. Stealth.
So
22! Critical hit.
Okay.
As Nipa. Stealth.
Okay, no, that's on the wall. Charmander, you can't climb walls. Okay, so Nipa's a fail.
I was seeing if he was on top of someone.
With advantage?
Oh, no, yeah, that's right. Okay, so it's a pass.
So, Nada. So what? That's a 1 on the... So, yes.
Okay, so everyone passes. Alright, so you get to just under this bridge here. And you see him heading up this road, taking your bait. So you've lost his...
Don't forget the little firebird and that.
Yeah.
No, buddy.
He's just massive.
Just on my shoulders, just cars change size. Grows gigantic.
Severe enlargement.
Just with stealthing!
Okay. That's like Rune Knight's ability to just become giant sized.
Right, so you can move another mile.
Right, mile in feet.
So shall I actually plan it out?
Yes, please.
Let's have a look. Let's go on to there. So, from there...
Can you drag us to where it is?
Yeah. Okay, you get to... there. Alright, so... you get dragged to... you make it all the way up past the front of the Temple of Savras. You make it to there.
Cool.
Okay, so you've got one. I think you'll probably be able to make Wakangas in the next mile. Okay, so this is going to take you about half an hour to sort of get here. The sun's getting a little bit sort of brighter. It's getting to be a fairly sort of hot day. You see the Temple of Savras behind you. Can you please make a... Nope. Everyone sees them. Okay. You notice one of the beggars that are outside the Temple of Savras look up at you as the group rounds the bend, and the eyes sort of widen a little bit, and they sort of like look away very quickly. But you can see they're very, very surreptitious, and every single time you take a move, they're sort of glancing up to sort of see where you're going.
Okay.
Yoshie's gonna try and like slip around a couple of the houses to sort of just get out of their sight.
Do we actually notice this though?
Everyone notices it. Yeah, they weren't very surreptitious about it. They rolled a 7 on their stealth.
Oh god. If he was magical, I could dispel his ass, but I'm not too sure.
I think we should just roll stealth and go like behind some of the houses and just.
So how crowded is the area? How crowded is the area?
It's not quite as crowded. You can see probably about 15 people along this pathway. You see 1 or 2 people sort of heading into the Temple of Savras, and there's maybe 5 or so others in that circular area around Savras. One of them being the beggar guy.
Is there anything around me, like something something I could pick up?
There's loose stones on the
Don't use
ground.
catapult to them.
What? I'm making no. Yeah, that's probably isn't it? Good. Just suddenly catapult the guy. Oh god.
In fact, if you were doing catapult, you could have pulled something out of your mystical, mysterious, bloody material bag.
I use a spellcasting focus, so it's literally just in bits and bobs that I picked up from the jungle and from the road that I was using.
Yeah, but it's not unlimited.
No, I know. No, we said that. Oh Christ.
So as you're sort of standing there, maybe sort of like pretending like you're talking or something,
yeah.
He catches you, sort of like glancing over at him, and he twigs that he's been made. He's sitting there. He's only got one leg, with a sort of a little bowl outside, and he sort of you see.
Want to make that 0?
Apprehension. You see his eyes sort of widen a little bit and sort of like look down at his bowl or something, but he's very, very aware of your presence and your next moves.
Yeah. Okay. Here's one. Which way is he facing?
He's facing towards you. He's here at the entrance to the Temple of Savras.
Okay, so if we went round the back of the temple, round the back here,
yeah,
and then went round there through there, and he couldn't move, would we be spotted? Do you think? Like, do you think
you can make a stealth roll? You'll certainly be allowed to make a stealth roll.
Is he facing? Okay, so then I cast hold person.
Ooh.
You cast hold
person. Could one
person
person
on him?
roll for the entire group? Or
okay.
So just suddenly, click. I just look at him and go, just click my fingers.
Okay, and you're heading up this way.
We can head round here, yes. Yeah, so I'm the whole person and then rush round there, and hope that we can get round there stealthily,
okay.
so we can sort of subvert him.
Can one person roll stealth for the group, or is it group?
No, it's a group check. Okay, so he can't do anything for 2 minutes anyway, so you've got time to sort of... a minute, sorry. You've got time to sort of position yourselves wherever you would like.
So yeah, I rush Spook round the back of the house. And then I go to them.
Oh, fuck it.
Now they're quiet.
I've just deleted it. Okay.
Boom, Bernie went gigantic and now does not exist.
And everyone's following, yeah?
Yeah.
So
let's say you get to there. That's that's taken about 3 rounds to get there. Okay, you haven't taken any damage, so you've still got another 3 rounds of hold person, I believe.
You just want to get around the corner.
Yep.
And then let it go, yeah?
Yeah, so let's say he's facing that way. He can't turn around to go where they're going. He's stuck here like this.
Well, he was looking at you, and he knows you've definitely gone up this way.
Yeah.
But you've gone outside, and he's staying there. He can't move, and then suddenly it drops. Is anyone sort of keeping an eye out on him, sort of peeking around the corner or anything like that, or you just literally legged it around the back?
Well, that's what I've been doing. But if anyone else wants to keep an eye on him, then that's a good idea.
Isn't that what you're bad for?
Yes, actually, yes. As around the back, I go to Birdie and just go. Make sure he doesn't get up. I just like tell him, keep an eye on him, and if he gets up, let me know, and I'll send him up into the air. Okay. Then he'll just perch on this house.
Just by the way, when you're moving your characters, if you hold down Alt, you can sort of put them down anywhere and it will stay where you are.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because that might help you a little bit other than sort of being all crossed over.
Yeah, that would definitely
Alright, so
help.
you release your whole person and Bernie's in place there, keeping an eye on him. You see him sort of like shake himself quickly and then get up. Okay, his leg folding out from underneath him. He's got 2 good legs. And you see him heading up this way to see where you have gone.
And so the plan is just to stealth round to there.
So everyone do a stealth rude. Stealth
rude.
Rule. Are you trying to sort of like let him go around and you sort of nip down, or?
Yeah, sort of just like while he's round there, get round.
Okay, so I'm just going to put all
Anthir?
of you where...
Anthir is going to use inspiration. Oh, wait.
Okay, right.
No, Anthir's not going to use inspiration. No.
Okay.
I thought inspiration meant something different then. I thought it meant reroll.
Okay. So we've got 27, 19, 15.
Alright, yeah, I've definitely not got that there for Anthir.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't know I rolled 2 for Anthir. Oh, it's a mouse double clicky thing.
Alright, so yeah, so we've got a pass on Yoshie, a pass on Eldas, a fail on Nipa, a fail on Anthir.
The second one was the one I actually...
Well, you can choose the first one. You're not...
Double click. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you're going to fail unless Anthir uses his inspiration.
Okay, Anthir uses inspiration.
Okay, alright, so you see him sort of legging up this way. Through the eyes of Bernie, and which way are you going to go from where you are? Move your characters, because
we want to nip round this house, like it's around here.
Okay, so you want to go back out, okay?
Yeah, just want to sort of subvert him a bit, because there's always other ways. Just want to get out of his sight.
Okay.
It's a bit of a cat and mouse game.
All right, so. Okay, so while stealthed and sort of hidden, you sort of like peeking around the corner, you see him stand here, and he's sort of like looking around, and he heads this way to under the bridge towards your direction. You're going to need to move, or you will be spotted on your position on the stairs.
Yep. Just how many squares getting around?
Can I disguise myself?
Can you disguise yourself? Absolutely.
Anthir's going to disguise himself too.
Okay.
Just as like a commoner.
And the kobolds are just going to nip around.
like that guy we saw earlier, the guy who was running away.
The one that was feared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And what does Eldas look like?
Just like a foreigner.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna try and ask for directions somewhere to get him distracted for a minute.
Okay. Right. Okay. Brilliant.
And Yoshie is going to round the corner and take one of the gemstones from his bag and put it in his hand, just clench it tightly and say, whisper under his breath, "Master, please accept my offering."
Whisper under his breath, what? That was so low I didn't hear it.
Please accept my offering.
Okay. What's the value of the gem?
It's a stolen gem with value of 10 gold pieces.
Yep. It vanishes from your hand, and you have the ability to shapeshift.
I'm going to change appearance into just like a merchant.
Okay. So, and Charmander is hovering around at your feet at the moment. Eldas, what are you going to say to him?
Okay. I think go with Anthir for a second.
Okay. So he stays right where he is?
Yeah, so stick with the others so that if they move, he knows to go with them. I'm going to go round.
Okay, he's intelligent enough to realise that that means this lot. Okay, so he goes up there. Alright, so you see the man approaching exactly where you are now, Eldas. Sort of looking down. His intention is definitely to walk down this road.
So I just look looking around, being and say, excuse me, where's a temple?
He just points right at him. He goes to walk past, and he said, Ashley, did you see some people just come past here? And he describes the party.
Point the opposite direction.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw them go down that way and down here.
Okay. All right.
So I send him past where they've all sort of hidden up around that corner.
Okay, so he hurries along. Thank you, and he hurries along this road here, and Anthir, you see him pass out of sight. Okay, successfully avoided.
That was well done.
that was actually good from the party. Top notch, guys. It's I snap my fingers and Bernie disappears from this realm and it comes back to my shoulder with another flick.
Yeah, so I just wander back to you guys and be like, come on, we can regroup, but be quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just going to put you all together so I can drag you.
Yep, of course.
Set that. And that's... Hang on. I can't move you, you're too small. I'm making you bigger again. It's difficult for me. No, not that big. Nipa suddenly grows to an enormous size.
Zero strength.
To terrorize the entire village.
No, every step's going to be like an earthquake. We're drawing.
Yeah.
I can imagine it like a cartoon where there's like a giant-sized thing just staring like.
Okay.
Yeah, remember we got people living underneath us, Jack.
Oops. Okay, so you make it to Wakunga's perfectly safely and undetected as to where your destination was. Can everyone see?
No. Oh yeah, I can. It's just right at the very bottom.
Let me just drag everyone here. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you see the familiar mansion in front of you, and the doors in front are opened. Standing by the inner door, I think some of you can see are two gladiators, or guards.
Yeah,
I see them.
Very ornately armoured.
Yes. Nipa will go up the door.
I'm just going to stride in like I know what I'm doing. Right.
Has she dropped her phone, by the way? Eldas.
No.
Okay.
I say, Eldas, drop your form, we're safe. And I go to and look at the guards and go, we're here to see Sir Wakanga. If you would please check if he's in, we'd much appreciate that, my good sir.
Okay. He nods at you. He does recognise you. He has been told about the party, so you are allowed to enter.
Everyone's going to drop the form. In fact, no, except for Yoshie, because Yoshie has like a mask.
I couldn't move Charmander, by the way.
You couldn't move Charmander?
No, we should all drop forms. He knows who we are. I think it's best that we drop forms and be honest.
Yeah, but I don't think Yoshie can use his form again. And also it requires stolen gems worth 10 gold piece each, which I mean.
Well, yes, but you can steal another gem.
Yeah, no, but he might need to stay in form.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I don't want to use another too quickly in succession.
Sure. Okay,
okay.
So
Nipa then enters first.
Who's not in their natural form?
Yoshie.
Just Yoshie. Okay. Sort of like the gladiators sort of give you a glance over. No recognition. They don't recognise the form that you have taken. But you are allowed to enter into the entryway. This gladiator ushers you in. He says, "Follow me." You can move your characters. Can you move Charmander yet?
Yeah. I would tell the guard on the way. That is our feline friend. He is just just using magics that he's unwilling to dispel.
The Charmander comes up to here, and the gladiator says, "We cannot allow that beast inside. His talons will scratch up the floors. He must remain outside."
Carry him. Anthir carries him. Anthir carries Charmander.
And you're gonna... Do you promise not to let him... If there is any scratch to the floor, it's gonna come out of my hide. Yeah?
I promise.
Do not put him down.
I will not.
Okay. Alright, so you pick up Charmander.
I'll make sure he doesn't...
You're going to perch him on your shoulder like a parrot.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm going to make sure he doesn't jump down. I'm just going to I'm going to keep him on my shoulder, but I'm going to keep an eye on him don't
Well, you can talk to him anyway, can't you?
Yeah.
You can communicate with him.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to say, Charmander, yeah, I know you'd want to jump down, but right now, if we jump down, there's going to be trouble, so don't jump down.
Okay.
And as Nala passed... Sorry?
You can quite comfortably hold him. So I'm just putting the new token down. You should be able to move him now. Okay. So you enter. All right. So you are bid to sit down, and the gladiator sends off a servant to tell Wakanga that you are here. The gladiator gestures to the pool there. He says, "Freshen yourself up if you wish to."
Thank you.
And then takes his post outside again.
The two kobolds take the opportunity, Nada will doff the scraps he's currently wearing, and just keep himself in some ordinary clothes, not armor, because it's not a place to wear armor. Even he knows that. He isn't soldier at the moment.
Okay.
He's not.
I mean, Yoshi's form looks like commoner's clothes, so that's fine.
Yeah, because that mask allows you to even hide whether you've got armor and all that as well. Yeah. So that's fine.
He just doffs his scraps.
Okay.
Actually, I've just thought of something. I'm actually quite a tall commoner. Because the mask only allows you to change your appearance by 1 foot up or above or below, and I'm 7'8", so I'm a 6'8" commoner.
Oh, I thought you were
also a merchant.
Yoshie. Not
Yoshie. Oh yeah, sorry, Yoshie.
Yeah.
Yoshie.
So you would be able to be a normal size. That's fine.
Yeah, normal size commoner.
Is Nada staying out with the gladiators?
Nada will nod to them respectfully and thank you, that sort of thing, and then just pass through.
Okay. So yeah, everyone arrange yourself in the room and do what you're doing. You see the servant head up these stairs to go speak to Wakanga. Okay, yeah, fair enough. All right, so after a short time, you see one Wakanga. You see where these dotted lines are. That would be like the top balcony. You see Wakanga peer over, and he notices Anthir holding sort of Charmander, and there's a bit of a quizzical expression. He's like, "Hello, friends," and he gestures to the servant, and he says, "I think to save our big friend from carrying such a beast, set up a blanket and a picnic or something in the back garden, and we shall retire out that way."
Nipa bows.
Nipa bows. Okay, so you follow him through, and yeah, you get out there. Okay, and where is Wakanga?
I don't know.
Who's hiding under the pillow? Can sit on it like a normal guest.
It's am I?
Of course it's Nada.
No, it's not. It's Anthir.
No, it's not. It's Nada and Nipa.
I'm on top of the pillows.
Yeah, they're all on top of the pillow.
For me, they're below.
They're underneath for me too.
Yeah, for me, they're underneath.
Oh, well, it's showing up all right here. So.
I wasn't even on the pillow. I wasn't even on the pillow.
Okay. Well, take your pillows. You can move your pillows and all that if you like as well.
No, I can't.
No. Okay. Well, they are where they are then.
Yeah,
and,
they're pillows.
Wakanga sits down and he says, "My friends, it is very good to see you. I hope you come with good news."
We come with both informative news and of less good news as well. Wakanga. It's great to see you as always.
And you too.
But first, how is Mistress Syndra?
Oh, his face
okay?
Sort of falls into sadness, and he shakes his head a little bit, and he says, "She is not doing very well. I hope we can find the cause of this curse very quickly."
Well, we might have a lead on that. Life. I will start with the good news first.
Nods.
We've done our exploration in several of areas where Ubtao was once prevalent, and we've heard names such as there were several mentions of a god being formed out of souls. Like what was the name again? Riley's forgot.
The Forsaken one.
I believe
the Forsaken one. It was called.
The Forsaken.
And there's some sort of infernal machine building this god per se out of souls.
He sort of racks his head. He's like lost in thought for a moment. He's racking his head, and then he shakes it and he says, I do not know anything of this Forsaken one. Have you managed to get any more leads?
No, we know the old city of Mesro. We know that could be a place to go next. However, we have run into some trouble that's not 100% of our own causing. That dinosaur race we took part in, Eldas won, and there was
congratulations.
There was a rider in there, the son of a minor noble, who cheated.
Okay.
And I was watching the sidelines, in fact, and I saw him use some sort of dart, and he hit Yoshi's dinosaur.
No, yes, you meant to hit my dinosaur.
But he hit Yoshie, and it was either Yoshi's dinosaur or his own that knocked him off and killed the fellow.
It happens sometimes in the races that the riders are killed. It's a very dangerous sport.
Yes, of course. We accept in some things that we can die, but some people don't.
Mm-hmm.
And
this guy was not happy that we won the race.
Yeah, it turns out we've been blamed for his death with a bounty.
With a bounty. I
An
think
legal
I might
bounty.
see where this is going.
Yes. Last night we were held up at the Thundering Lizard Inn, and assassins attacked us. We managed to fend them off and save, I believe, everyone but one. Which I'm sad to say we couldn't save them all, but you know it's hard to defend a 3-story tavern with 5-6 people. But we did our best and we held strong. Our issue now is that these aren't official elements, as we can see. They aren't sanctioned. Rather, they are. They're illegal and operating under.
I know of this practice. It would be one of the bigger princes that has taken on this bounty. Do you know
that's my worry.
who the name of the person who has placed the bounty? Or the
he would probably be the father of the was the run named Chingwe?
Chingwe. I think
that was
I know
the guy
that
who
you
passed.
speak of. Yes. Tswavangene is his name. His father's name is Tswavangene.
How do you spell that?
Tswavo. New word N apostrophe Gene.
Gene.
Nothing like it sounds then.
Firbolg Mgene.
It means Tswavo the trader. He is an influential minor noble here in Port Nyanzaru.
And that's...
The name implies he is heavily involved in trade in and out of the city, and deals in anything from grain to precious gems and treasures. He is a fat man who wears his jewels ostentatiously and is known for throwing lavish parties in his villa. I know where the villa is. I have been to many parties there.
That was my question. Sometimes my methods aren't the most subtle, and I respect you deeply, Master. And I don't want to cause any upset in your sovereign. So I would like to ask how you would suggest we deal with this.
I think
he starts to say something and then stops and looks at you. Is it Anthir or Yoshie that's talking?
Yoshie.
Yeah. And he looks confused and he says, "What has happened to the other members of your party? You seem to have changed a few members."
Yoshie is in a... He's using disguise magic. So it's the funny thing, actually. I begin to...
Well, he died and then come back, and he's been weird ever since.
No, that's
his eyes sort of
Yoshie.
widen. And how did you manage to do this with the dying and coming back with the death curse? I must know, for if we can save Syndra Sylvain.
Something to do with a god called...
I believe he made a deal with a god.
Made a deal with a god. Well, we have been praying to many gods here to try and get the help for Syndra, but nothing seems to happen. Maybe you are just very lucky.
I know his name, if that might help.
He raises an eyebrow at you. Yes.
Mask.
It could be worse.
Yes, Mask. He's the god of trickery, the god of the god of thieves. Yeah,
we keep him in check.
The disguise mask.
We keep him in check.
Disguise.
Well, and he shrugs and he says, "At this point, I will try anything. Syndra is not too
hopefully we don't have
with my current route of investigations, my current plans."
Well, another interesting thing is that I've begun to see magic.
Yeah, magic is all around you.
Well,
we found a gateway in the middle of the beach, and I kind of pushed Nod through it.
Yes, there's many of these little temples scattered around.
And this is actually something that you would probably be able to help do, and I show the book.
You show the Tome of Uptau to him. Yeah?
Yes.
He takes it reverently, and he sort of he sees, this is a magical tome, and he opens it up, and inside is completely blank.
Well, when I've been reading,
You look over his shoulder as he sort of looks up at you quizzically. You look down at the book, and it's all there.
The words.
All the
and
writing.
I read, and I read a little bit.
Okay. So it's from the first page.
The first
it tells
passage,
about
just the first passage.
Okay, so it tells the beginning of your vision and everything.
Just to show that it isn't blank for me.
So only you can see what is in the book. Tell me what is in the book.
I
want to suck your blood.
I believe it. I haven't delved deep enough to say totally, but I believe it's information that could revolutionise the magic of the post Mr. Age.
He's very interested now. Very interested.
It's mentioned.
Tell me more.
Of how to almost alter the fabric of the weave that we sew, which is a power beyond.
It's not to be messed with lightly.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
It needs a lot more. I don't know what you want to call it.
And research.
Investigating and research. Yeah.
And while that is my job, the jungle.
We really need help to focus on this bounty on our heads, because it's hindering us from being able to do research and investigation into the book and into finding a cure.
We have a lot to talk about here. And then he stops for a moment, and he casts a spell, and he casts message to someone. And he says, breakfast will be served here. We shall have something to eat while we discuss. Nipa, you notice the stream of consciousness in sort of like a little thread of magic coming out from Wakanga to whoever.
I think Nipa just looks at it like, where's that going? Unless if he's following something, and then snaps back to a second.
Yeah, it snaps through the wall like in a straight line, sort of in this direction, to whoever the intended recipient is. So he sits back and he says, "So, you know the person who put this mark on you is Tswava
yes.
Gene, and
yes,
he owns a very large house." Near the entrance to the warehouse district, which is number 16 on your map, by the way. He also owns 2 warehouses just after the first breach in the district. He will rarely be found at the warehouses, as it is always the managers who deal with his goods. He will not sully his hands with such things. Your problem here is he has not cleared the kill with the Itepka Society. And he goes on to explain that there is a society within Chult that keeps basically the princes and everyone honest and working to the benefit of Chult, and it's called the Itepka Society. And they do the sanctioned hits. Okay. He also explains to you that the unsanctioned hits would be dealt with by the beggar princes.
Okay.
And there's no real way of getting rid of unsanctioned hits other than the person who put down the contract withdrawing it.
Which makes this so much harder.
Makes it very much harder. You've got the opportunity to try and kill Tswavo, but Wakanga does not agree with that situation. It's a noble.
The bounty's still out there anyway, so I think killing him won't pull that back. We need him to end it.
He nods.
So is it worth going to him to try and make a deal, or going to these other district people? I mean, you know this guy. Can we bargain with him? Is there things he wants? He likes jewels, you've said that.
I don't know, he's very ostentatious with his jewels, yes.
Well,
He's a
I can
very
get a
hard
lot of
man, a
jewels.
very good diplomat, a very good trader. He's very good with his words and with deals.
So we were playing into his strengths then.
I know that he has taken the death of his son very badly, though. I don't know if talking to him would work. I wish we had a coin of the Tabaxi Society, because you might be able to scare him that way. Basically, he explains that the way the Tabaxi Society keep people honest is they've got this little coin with a Triceratops head on it. And anyone that has been judged to do badly, this coin is left for them as a warning to sort of behave better or make good what they've done wrong. Otherwise, within a week, they will die.
Dear Lord.
How would we be able to get one of these coins of the Tabaxi Society?
They are very
secretive.
rare. And they are only controlled by the Tabaxi Society. Sometimes on the black market, they can be purchased, but they are very expensive, as you can imagine.
Black market.
We figured about this.
Know something.
I don't think we're going to be able to afford one. I think we need to get hold of these people.
Can I check if can I do like a whatever check to see if I know someone who might be able to sell them for a cheaper price?
I mean, you would be able to possibly try contact through a criminal contact.
Yeah,
as to where they're being sold. I doubt you'll be able to get it at a cheaper price though, but you'd be able to find out if one is being sold or. I mean, they're very, very rare.
I mean, Yoshie could steal one.
I mean, we could try it. It's. He says it's possible.
But then if that fails,
I think you're risking more bounty. If you're going to be stealing from somebody from this group, it sounds like you're putting yourself into. We need to clear the danger on our head so we can focus on the mission.
It's personally, I'm one with fire and magic. It's
everyone make a history check. I think that's the only way we can pass this.
Yeah, Nipa's been thinking for a while. He's struggling to think for a way, like, just on the surface.
Oh, my chat's broken again. What?
I rolled 2 1s.
Nope. Okay. Was that Nipa or Nada?
That was Nipa, but I'm going to say Nada probably won't know. Okay. I'll make it if you want me to, but I'm not sure.
Well, you rolled as Nada.
That's meant to be Nipa. My apologies.
Alright, well that's Nada, so roll as Nipa. Everyone make a check.
Sorry. My chat's broken again.
Okay,
on Chrome.
Reload.
Reconnect it.
I am doing this.
Okay.
Better luck next time.
16, okay. Alright, so I think Nipa will actually recall someone having one of these coins in their inventory.
Oh, oh yes, I remember that. I remember seeing that on me.
From a long time
ago. It wasn't in my inventory though. I don't think.
Do I remember, like...
I'm sure someone had one.
When this was...
Unless someone sold it or something like that, I don't know. But you did have it at the beginning. It was just
we shall check. Oh, my ear.
So I haven't sold anything I had originally.
I don't remember spelling
I do.
it, but...
And I am broken, bearing the symbol of a Triceratops.
Okay, so Nipa, you recall Eldas perusing over this one night and just looking at it. What do you say?
Eldas, what was that coin? That wasn't minted currency, was it? Oh wait, what was it?
Oh, you mean this one that I like spinning on the spot? And I hand it over.
Yes.
Wakanga says, The gods be blessed. You have one. Well, that gives you an avenue. Is one way to try and scare him.
I think it's better to try and scare this off the table than do this the hard way. I'd rather it be solved without major calamity in the city.
Okay. So he explains that the way the warning is left is the coin is never given to the person.
No.
It's
left like...
for the person to discover somewhere. Yeah.
And maybe if we can get Yoshie to sneak in to his room or his house somewhere.
Somewhere where it's private. Doesn't have to be like his bedroom, just, somewhere where other things shouldn't be.
Just in his own personal home. I don't think any of the warehouses or anything like that are worth.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe like in a lockbox or something. Maybe I could take a gem or two.
Just place it on a table or something. Do you know what I mean, old boy?
Leave it on a table.
Yeah, but I can look at some of the lockboxes too, can't I?
Well, if you want to risk it for a biscuit while you're in there, mate, but
Yoshie,
I just want you to get it in there.
Okay, fine.
I plead with you. I plead with you. Please do not steal from a noble. Please.
Fine. Maybe a different day.
I mean,
maybe
Wakanga's looking a little bit shocked at the moment, and he says to Nipa, "Are you sure you have got him in line?"
I will deal with him if I have to. He's.
I love that I can deal with you easily.
And he says, the Yatepka Society would never steal when they are placing.
That's my thinking.
The coin.
It's assassins and thieves are different.
No, that is a good point. Assassins kill people, thieves steal stuff, and I kill people and steal stuff.
Yeah, it's what wonderful people we are.
I know. Why don't we bargain with you? If you can go in there and not steal anything from his house, we will let you go in the market and steal something from there.
Okay, yes, sounds
I did not hear that.
Sounds great.
I turn to Wakonga and just go, I am ever so sorry. This I don't approve of this, but he's very good at what he does.
I will take your word for it. Watch him on his way out.
Of course.
Oh, by the way, Dad, I had what's it called? Inspiration before you gave me the second inspiration.
Okay,
does that mean I still have an inspiration?
No, you can only have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't stack.
Okay.
So, I mean, what else do you want to talk?
Once Yoshie goes to do this, I will explain to Wakonga that I was just trying to get him to not steal at the time. I don't agree with him stealing. I just need him to think that we're going to allow it another time, so he definitely doesn't do it now.
Yeah.
Yoshie just says like, "Ooh, precious gems."
I would rather.
Just shakes his head. I have got my eye on you.
And so have I. Well, thank you for having us, Wakonga. It's good to be in your company as always.
And to see you too. And at that point, the servants bring in a fantastic spread. There's cut fresh fruits like watermelons and mangoes and things like that.
I can imagine Nipa goes to go like and thinks I should probably be polite here and just goes to politely pick one up and start eating. He's trying to learn his manners.
There's fresh bread, there's cheeses, there's all different types of cured meats and everything it's a noble's breakfast basically. So you all sit down there and sort of start munching.
Yoshie's gonna take meat. He's gonna eat one of each meat.
Okay.
And while this happened, Nipa will say to Wakonga, we must do some research sometime. There's a lot we can find out from what we have gathered so far.
Well, I take it that you are going to be going to Tsuavo's house at night.
Yes, of course.
You are welcome to my library for the day.
Nipa, you just see Tawag.
He grins.
His eyes get really big.
Yes. Just.
I have some magical tomes up there. I must confess, most of my library is fiction.
Well, can Yoshie just scare everyone by teleporting into a bush?
You disappear into the bush.
Oh, for God's sake, Yoshie, where have you gone?
Oops, that's your pillow. There you go.
And nobody else notices me. I'm just gonna be like, they're gonna go, oh no, is he stealing from Wakanga? No, I'm not. I'm just sitting here in a bush.
Okay, so Wakanga.
Can I sense his magic?
Can you sense whose magic? The ring?
Yes.
You'd be able to sense the magic when it's activating here, where Yoshie was. Okay.
But not where.
All right. So Wakanga looks around, very nervously, considering, and he gets up to his legs. Where has he gone?
I just walk out of the bush and laugh.
Yoshie, don't do that.
He frowns at you. Okay. He frowns at you, and he says, "You stay inside.
Okay.
I do not want light fingers walking around this house. You have."
Yeah, and I tell you off for this as well. I'm like, look, he's been kind to us. He's gifted us great things. We're only alive because of the gifts he's given us. At least be honourable.
Well, I wasn't actually going to steal anything.
Nada just looks. Nada's a soldier. He has a code one, and he looks pretty like horrified. This.
You are very much in the presence of a prince.
Yes.
Yeah, and he doesn't demand respect. He's accorded respect, and people.
He earned it.
Yes.
Yep.
That's why Nipa calls him Master Wakanga.
He leans over and takes a slice of watermelon, and he takes a bite, and he says, "So, anyway, is there any other news? Anything else you wish to talk about?"
We have found some interesting items in our course of our journey.
His eyes lighten up.
And Nipa goes to Nara and goes, "Go on, show the sword." And Nara's like, "Okay," and he pulls out the scimitar of speed, just to sort of show. Turns out there was one of the assassins had this, and through a very yes, of course.
You lay it in his hand.
Nada bows. He takes and he hands it over.
And he looks at it, and he's this is very fine work. Very fine. This is drow, if I am not mistaken.
Yes, we found it off a drow actually. The poor fellow had gotten himself into a pickle. I must thank the priestesses at the temple near the tavern, because they helped us dispel it of its dark magics.
No.
My friend Anthir here was able to put two and two together and figure out that there must have been a demon or something in this sword, and we dispelled it.
He looks up at you sharply, and he sort of like offers it back.
No, it takes. And Nipa goes, "Don't worry, it's gone. We had a priestess help us dispel it."
Can Yoshie just step in and say, "Do you mind if I go into more detail about this sword?"
Please do. I don't know if you actually know as much as I do about this sword, but let me know what you know.
Well, as Nipa described to us, he recalled something about there being ancient drow blades wielded by powerful drow warriors. They seem to be the opposite of the elvish spell-summoning blades, harnessing the power of, was it demons? Yeah. I think.
Yeah,
something seemed to have gone a bit.
Have gleaned this much information about the sword.
Nipa goes, "Finally, you listen to me. Thank you."
And
no, I digress.
The demon had kind of possessed this warrior.
Fellow, yes.
I think he called himself Pike.
He just seemed like, once over he just seemed like a civilian, like he looked mentally racked.
You took this off a man named a drow named Pike.
He gave it to us. He didn't want anything off it. I don't think
he's like he gave it to you. Pike is nefarious in Podna and Zaru. He is a deadly killer, a madman.
He was also
possessed.
a demon.
He was also possessed by a demon.
I know. Trust me. I didn't trust it too, but turns out.
And also, Yoshie got this little cloak.
It turns out he was just a man.
Basically, we got the priestess in because every time we tried to kill him, he wouldn't die. And she explained that he was possessed and we needed to separate him and this demon. And she helped us contain the demon in the sword. And when Pike was released from the demon, he wasn't that person. He was made to be that person by the demon.
You have done a great service to Podna and Zaru. This Pike has been a bane in our sights for a long, long time.
And trust me, he nearly killed us too.
Done a service. And you see a bit of admiration and a bit more respect coming from him for doing this. And he mentions about the blade, and he says, this blade is ancient, at least 50,000 years old. And look how perfect it looks now. This is a very, very old blade. I know the blades of which you speak, the dark scimitars. It's very powerful. Maybe not so powerful now, but
at least it isn't going to corrupt anyone else.
It is a relic in your hands. Were you looking to sell this?
We're talking of relics. We also found the golden statue of Uktau.
Yes, and we would also show that in a second, but Nada does.
No,
yes,
we were not wishing to sell it.
I hope to put it to good use in defense of others rather than in the murder of innocents.
Well, if you ever change your mind, you know where to come, please.
Of course. Thank you. And Nada will take
back
20,000 gold, not to change your mind.
Nada
goes again.
Nada's eyes flash like no. No, this is this is the best blade I've ever.
Again, if you change your mind, let me know.
Of course.
How much gold did he say?
He offered 20,000 gold.
Oh.
For that. It's a relic blade, basically. It's old. Not only is it like, if you think about how much is paid for Egyptian stuff in our world, that's like 8,000, 10,000 years old. This is 50,000 years old. Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Oh.
Okay.
If you think about it, now it's just essentially. Oh, it looks so cool though.
Now it's just essentially gold in Yoshi's eyes. Okay. Yep.
And then I pull out the statue of Uktau, and we found this in the temple.
What a marvelous object! What is this one? May I?
Yes, of course. It's in the hands of trusted friends.
No, and he
hands it over.
This is marvelous work. Beautiful.
It also, I've only really seen this off Anthir, but it seems to be able to aid others in a small way with tasks.
It gives you the blessing of the lost god?
Yes.
Yes, I think that's why I'm also seeing magic, and
because of this statue?
I see magic.
I think Anthir is going to step in. Well, from what I know, I mean, Nipa's not really describing it very well, but
I'm sorry.
Nipa got this book when he went into this dark portal. Not dark, just this weird portal we were talking about earlier. After studying it, he seemed to have gained the power to see the very weave, the very symbols that make up magic itself.
And he can learn languages just from hearing them.
Yep.
Like,
he can hear one word of a language and hear them instantly.
That's funny. I can speak Null, actually.
This? You can speak Null?
No.
When are you going to converse with a Null?
Well, when you're getting stabbed by one and you hear them speak.
Speak Null. This is incredible.
It's.
Oh, also, he can probably speak Firbolg now.
And you speak Firbolg? How many languages do you speak?
The only language the only thing that I haven't been able to learn was yes, this is something you might want to know. There's a reason I know how to speak Gnolls because we encountered Gnolls.
Oh, okay.
And while we sent this creature packing, there seemed to be some sort of is it tiefling who tried to conduct a ritual which
it was a demonic cambium.
Yes, a demonic cambium. He would describe it. And we destroyed its ritual and it teleported away, but I couldn't understand what it was saying. I couldn't learn its language. I couldn't speak its language. I can't speak its language. But that's the only language it happened with.
As far as I know, it would have been speaking the abyssal or infernal languages, if it was a demonic cambion. But this explains some of the rumors that I have been hearing recently about adventurers going to Fort Balurian to get the chatas, but not coming back. This will go some way to explaining that.
It's been a hot mess at Fort Balurian. There's something brewing up there. I swear. There's been high.
I have my suspicions about their commander, Liara Porta. I have some suspicions.
We do too. Nipa looks at Eldas and I message you actually. I snap my fingers and go, would you be willing to reveal what we found?
Please, we are friends here.
This is a message. This is a secret.
Yeah. Any semantic?
Yeah.
It's just VNS. It's just VNS.
Yes, so it is semantic.
So verbal,
is it
semantic.
VNS? Okay, then I'll just say it.
Right.
Eldas, I probably owe you a favour for this, but if you would be so kind to reveal what we managed to find off their commander. They've been trying to gather a force of recruits, and I believe our good friend, our good feline friend Yoshie, managed to find some evidence of such things, and also ships, which were noted down. We also found some destroyed.
What, and the ogre weapons?
Yes, and
the giant weapons.
Giant weapons, yeah. Yes.
Okay, so yes, I have my suspicions that Liara has been giving away information about ships coming to and from Port Nyanzaru and giving it to the pirates. For some reason, none of the ships that are coming to supply Fort Balurian get attacked by these pirates, but everyone else does. So,
they're putting
a
stranglehold
investigation going on. But yes, this helped me very much.
We're happy to help. I also worry. You know of our situation in the mountains. I worry that they will start to do what they've done to the rest of the jungle. Soon take it over.
He shrugs and sort of puts his hands up and he says, unfortunately, outside the walls of Port Nyanzaru, there is not very much that we can do.
No, I understand that completely. I'm just speaking of heart here. It's a worry. They're growing powerful. The Flame Fist, and
But on the plus side, with our adventuring, we are growing powerful. We have a great companion here in Charmander who has been very loyal.
He smiles
and
says
is
yes.
growing stronger.
Eldas's abilities have conducted wonders.
Yeah, I now know all these different shape-shifting forms.
You're becoming a strong druid.
Yeah.
So who is this Velociraptor?
They decided to call him Charmander. We found him on the beach.
When we were investigating the shipwrecks, actually.
The rest of his pack seemed to have abandoned him.
He's very he looks very curious. I mean, Charmander's sitting there very much a part of the party. It's not like a pet which is sitting in a corner or something like that. He is, the way he's acting and everything is very. He doesn't know what's going on because he doesn't understand. But he is definitely he is very obvious to anyone watching that he feels part of this pack and a valued member of it.
Yeah, I think I explained to Wakanga that me and Anthir can communicate with Charmander. It's not like I'm speaking to you now. It's very basic. It's like almost like talking to a child. So his understanding is limited, but he is smart.
And I see you have adorned him in new clothes.
Yoshi sort of laughs up at the mention of the chain.
He looks like a formidable member of your party. It is very nice to meet you, Charmander.
And he just sort of bows his head. Right.
Just
Wakanga grins delighted at this interaction.
It's as much as I would like to say it's been dangerous. It's also been learned and a very curious journey so far. It's obviously, you know, why me and Nada and the rest of us are here, but it's taught me things too. It taught me a lot about everything around me. Honestly,
this is life.
I spent my years. It's been enlightening, which I think is what I needed.
Well, hopefully this can enlighten your path to finding out the root cause of this curse.
And our next
but
main
I have to ask, with these little doorways, do you know more about them? Like,
yes.
Do you know what gods it is, or is it a dimension? Or
it sounds like a shrine to Uptau. There are many of these dotted and lost throughout Chult. Adventurers come back with stories of these being found and lost again in the jungles. Most of these have a test associated with them to do with a maze or something like that. And
we've
definitely had a test.
They still have power. They still can grant you the blessings of the lost gold.
But with this sort of involvement with, obviously, the book, I doubt that it's just a regular blessing.
I have never heard of these before. I've never heard of something so powerful.
How curious.
Oh yeah, also, you should mention it also went into ways like, you know how elves do their group magic stuff.
Yes, I always explained it. It goes with the fundamentals of magic, and I think if they had the night, Nipa would go in depth in discussions and talk a lot about magic and that sort of thing.
Please, we must talk about this.
Yes,
it sounds very much. Very much like the elven sort of magic. He recognises what you're talking about, and the value of the tome sort of increases in his estimation quite a lot. He's very much interested in learning as much about alternative magics as he possibly can do, especially considering his current mission to try and save Syndra.
Maybe why Yoshie is sneaking this coin into Tuari's house. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to say that. You know, you could sit down together in the library, and if you go through the book with Wakanga, maybe he can help and understand some of it.
I could try to make inscriptions of some of the pages.
Yes.
I mean, it's coming up to,
they're ever changing.
It's coming up to midday at the moment, so you could spend the afternoon session in research with him in his library.
Yes, Nipa would like to do that. And I think it would be very, very interesting for Nipa just to go through the tome and sort of learn more about it, and then also take notes, what he finds, that sort of thing.
Okay, sure.
And just describe what he finds to.
I mean, is there anything you wanted to talk or ask Atamu? Wakanga? Before we close this, and we can then sort of go on to the studying
Yeah.
what everyone else wants to do.
I think before that, actually, I think Nipa's happy with what he's found. So far, at least, I think after the research, more questions will obviously arise. But for the time being, he wants to get on with this research and that sort of thing because it's both a point of curiosity for him and obviously Wakanga. Both eager wizards.
Perfect.
Would you be kind enough or happy enough for me and Charmander to remain in the garden while you research?
Nada goes. I'll stay with you then as well.
Ease.
I'll stay with them as well. It's been hard few days.
Go up, play with some cards, and be quiet while I just watch them do their researching. Just observe.
Although, one question: do you have a map of this house or an idea of the layout that Yoshie might be able to study to help him get in there later?
There is. Do not have a map, but there is a central entrance, and on their left-hand side is a great ball area where he holds all the parties and functions. To the right is the entrance into where his receiving rooms are, his office, and where people wait for him for meetings. That is as far as I know. I do know you need to be careful of their watchtowers. There are 4 watchtowers at the top of their house. It is very
Should
well
be
defended.
easy, but I shall watch out.
So yeah, he gives you as much sort of anything you ask him about the house, he gives to you, and it's basically right at the entrance to the harbour district.
I think Yoshie's actually, while he's up there just like listening to them study, he's actually gonna see if he has anything that he could like write on and anything he could write with. And if he does, he's just gonna like try and draw down the sketch of the house.
Okay.
See if he can figure out any good.
Yep. So Wakanga gives you a piece of parchment and a pen, and he sort of goes around and he says, no, a little bit more like this. It's this square and around the back. He gives you all the information. You take 10 minutes. Does
Nada see this? Does Nada see this at some point?
Well, I think Nada was downstairs in the garden, wasn't he?
Garden, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're just around the house.
So does Yoshie come out a little bit later and show him?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll deal with that after your discussion with Wakanga.
Yes.
So first of all, Wakanga says to you, as when Yoshie leaves, he says, right, and he looks quite delighted. Let us get down to studying this book. Or do you want to have a look at the books?
I
have a great collection of fantasy. It's all they love novels. They all sort of revolve around someone saving a damsel from some terrible fate, but it's never like a dragon or something like that. It's always marrying the wrong person or something. They're real trash. Okay, proper romance novels. Not all of them. The majority is. He's got like a small one section which is like his magical tomes and some books on enchantment and everything. But most of it is just dross.
Oh, enchantment could be great.
Nipa will go and say, well, how about we go through this time first, and I can do my research and note down what I find, so you can read it as well.
Okay. So you know how your tome works.
Yep.
What are you going to be doing then? Are you researching a spell or looking for the treaties?
I think it's enchantment. I think it's like enchantment, how to sort of enchant things. Or actually no, let's do more on magic itself for the moment. We have more days to do enchantment.
Okay. All
so
right.
What should I do?
I believe you need to roll a
Arcana?
DC 17 Arcana check.
Okay. And would I be able to get help, or is it just...
Yeah, I think Wakanga could probably assist you.
Not studying the book, because he can't read the book. They blank pages to him, and you're just sort of like reading out loud what you sort of...
okay, well, cool.
What you're reading, and he's frantically making notes and copying down what you say.
Cool.
So, Arcana...
Oh, damn it.
Oh, do you have inspiration or anything?
I don't know if any I had either.
Okay, so you get bits and pieces of spells But as you know, the pages shift every now and then, and you could never get to the point where you can sort of work through a whole spell. But he's still very, very interested in this book. This is marvellous to him, and you can see the excitement in his eyes and everything.
Nipa, at some point, Nipa goes, it's shifting. I'm struggling to get a solid read on it. It's you can't pin down power like this.
Many of these things you say are incredible. I mean, from the snippets that we've been managing to grasp, you might be able to track down some more information in the Temple of Savras. They have a great library there.
That would be appreciated. It's this temple. This book has granted. I've been able to learn spells from it, and these are spells that I've only seen holy people do. That sort of thing. It's strange because I'm dabbler of the arcane arts, but I've been granted the ability to do more divine magics, despite the fact they're not divine. It's quite strange.
This is very strange. I've never heard of this.
No, it's very, very powerful.
I wish I could read it.
Honestly, I think it's better that it's used
So
in a group like this.
Would Hunger know where one of these entrances into the Temple of Uptal might be? Because being in the temple might allow you to center it for a little longer to be able to...
Oh, yeah! Oh, you should also tell Wakanga, because remember the words you heard, or some of the words you heard.
I read that out to Wakanga. As I said, I read out the first page to Wakanga to prove that it's not... I'm not making this up.
No, I mean, like, when you went into the gateway. When you went into the gateway, like, the words you heard from the god who said something about, like, the book.
If I didn't say it to Wakanga, I will then, obviously go... Or then flip back, sort of begin reading again and go... Actually, at the beginning it lists how this book come to me.
So it says, Nipa, I am trapped and need your assistance, or our world is doomed. Take this tome and learn all you can from it. You and your companions are my only hope. Keep them close and you will have a chance to free me.
And I will sort of think for a moment, and then I will begin saying that and go, I do think it's Uptown because I'm also growing wings.
Wakanga, what?
I show Wakanga the wings.
What?
Oh yeah, we forgot that bit.
Yeah, we really did.
And I show Wakanga. Usually they're chopped off when a hatchling is born, but I've never had these before. This is new, and it's...
I believe the
me.
god who abandoned us may be speaking to you, Nipa.
Maybe he didn't abandon us. Maybe he's been
Maybe he
trapped.
didn't abandon them.
I can't hear Terry. I can't hear Terry.
Just that he's chosen you. That's all. That's all I said.
It does seem like it. And I hope that I can use his power for the betterment of our home.
He snaps his finger and he says, that's it. The languages, the languages. You're saying that you were speaking all the languages.
Yes.
I remember something about this and Uptal. And he sort of like scrabbles through his notes.
My eyes flash. Like, what? Because
he says, I cannot find the books. You must go to the Temple of Savras.
Yes.
It is something about the followers of Uptal. Something about there's something. I wish I could remember.
I thank you, because that's been really confusing. I hadn't heard of a god that would do that, but that's... Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really been bugging me.
Okay, so you've got a next step on your path at least.
Yes,
I don't know what to do with mine.
After their he would go through with Wakanga a bit more, sort of describing what he can find, and probably just describing the process of how he got a spell to sort of document how these things happen.
Okay.
And
I think you also have a little bit of a discussion on enchantment, because obviously that's his main trade and everything, and you're a magic user and everything. So he gives you some of the information about charged scrolls and all that sort of stuff, being able to use them and having to know the item, and he goes through the process. He says, unfortunately, I can't show you the process now because I have used up all my spell slots, and so have all my enchanters, in efforts to save Syndra.
I understand. I'm glad you've used them in that effort and not in others. It's good to hear that we're doing the best we can.
Another time, if some of my enchanters are free, or I am free, I can show you a little bit.
I would love to see that. It's been evading me. These sorts of, because I find when I try to do that sort of thing, more permanent magics, it fades away. At the moment, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So thank you.
No problem.
We will have to do this again at some point. But first, we need to go.
Alright, so that takes Nipa up to the end of the afternoon.
Yes.
Alright, cool. So what is everyone else doing? I mean, some of you can disguise yourself and go out if you need to do shopping or anything like that. I mean, what would you like to do? Or just sit and meditate, or is there anything that you're looking to do?
I think I might ask Wakanga. I might inform him about some of the people we've been noticing, speaking behind our backs and looking at us. Do you know if they might be... I believe they are hired by this, whatever his name is, guy. Do you know if they might be part of any organisation that we can trace it back to?
There is no organisation that they belong to. They are just the eyes and the ears of the street, and they will sell the information to whoever is looking for it. They do not belong to anyone. I do not believe, but from what you say to me, it is just poor people trying to make some money. And it sounds like your descriptions have been widely circulated. So you should be careful.
I think me and Charmander have gone from just taking a break in the garden to sort of sparring, just trying to practice a bit of
roughhousing
moves and
okay.
Yeah. I'm probably going to shapeshift into a couple of different forms and try and learn to fight because it's different, going from 2 legs and being 6 foot tall to suddenly 4 feet and 3 foot.
You're trying to, because there's normally that sense of disorientation for a little while. You're trying to sort of cut that down and sort of know what to expect, what it's going to feel like in each of the forms and everything. So okay.
It's weird having 6 legs and not tripping over them.
Yeah. And the way the world looks is different as well. The colours seem different, and sometimes you can see things that you can't normally as a Firbolg, So, alright, so that's Eldas and Charmander. Anthir?
Anthir. I think Anthir is just going to...
This would count as another short rest, by the way, so if you wanted to have your disguise features back, you can. Same as Eldas.
Yeah. Alright. I think Anthir is, just gonna get his disguise features back. Just gonna disguise himself again. Actually, no. I think I'll do that when we're outside, because wouldn't it be a bit strange if people came in and then different people came out?
Not really. It's a very big household. There's lots of... it's not just Wakanga that lives here. His family lives here, like cousins and everything. In fact, some of the guards have a very strong resemblance to Wakanga himself, and they would be sort of like family as well. So there's quite a few people that come in and out. There's deliveries going to the kitchen, all that sort of stuff. So there is movement.
I'm just going to go back.
To actually take the opportunity, thinking about it, to have a long rest before your
Yeah.
night
Yes, long rest so I can get all my
I
spell
think-
slots back. I think I'm just gonna like grab the pillow and just like put it down on the blanket and sort of just lie across.
Okay.
Nada's if Nada can probably take a short rest and then get his action surge back, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And then, you know, he would actually go around, like, you know, maybe talk through the guards, get maybe some practicing. You know, it's I think he'd appreciate some keeping sharpening the skills.
They are all very cordial to you. Not only because you are guests of the Lord of the House or anything like that, but you get the sense that they are just... There's no disdain for kobolds.
And I will treat them with the exact same level of respect.
So it's like warriors chatting warrior stuff, you know?
Yeah.
That sort of thing, yeah.
And whether we spar or not, you know, if we spar, I would probably use my regular sword because, you know, it's... I think it would be distasteful to use such a relic weapon.
Okay.
I think Yoshi's going to sort of... No, sorry, I thought you had finished, you, Karen.
No, that's cool, they're sparring. What's Yoshie doing?
Okay. Yeah, Yoshie. I think Yoshi's going to go out to Wakanga and ask, like, oh, yes, by the way, do you have any books about masks? I don't know much myself.
He sort of glances around and he says, religious works are not really my cup of tea.
I
I
understand.
have many other books you can choose from if you want some light entertainment. I can recommend some amazing ones.
God, no. No. No, thank you. Maybe a different time.
All right. You have successfully dodged a romance novel. Okay, so what we'll say is you have your long rest there. We're going to have a short break to make a cuppa, etc. And then we're going to come back and do the midnight raid at Swavel and Guinness. Yeah? Alright, so see you all very soon.
Right.
Bye.